And today we are going to get a look at the gaming greats Jango Fett in the Black Series line, guys. Very, very cool. Now, obviously, this is from Star Wars Bounty Hunters video game. We're going to start by looking at the box, so let's get started with the box. So getting you a look at the box, we have obviously our Black Series logo at the top, gaming great sticker off to the side, our figure depicted in the window with his two pistols, very cool. Then we have an illustration of the figure off to the side, Jango Fett, warning label, 4 and up, Bounty Hunter, and Hasbro logo right there, very cool. Let's get a look at the side of the box. So getting you a look at the side of the box, we have our gaming greats logo at the top with Jango Fett just underneath that. No numbering for the Gaming Greats line of figures in the Black Series line, guys. And then on the back of the box, we have our Black Series logo again, illustration of the figure, and little synopsis of the character, and then of course our attention, information, and other readables information, Disney logo, Hasbro logo just underneath that, with the Star Wars Bounty Hunter logo underneath the illustration of the figure. And for the description of our character, Jango Fett, Star Wars Bounty Hunter, follows Jango Fett, the most fearsome bounty hunter in the galaxy, as he pursues an unhinged dark Jedi named Kamari Vosa. So absolutely awesome description of our character. Now, I haven't actually played the Star Wars Bounty Hunter game, unfortunately, guys. That is a travesty, I know, but one of these days I will get around to playing that game. Very interesting synopsis on our character. And then of course on the other side of the box we have Jango Fett in the light color blue with Jango Fett shaded in the background. And then of course we have our figure back around to the front. So guys, we're gonna open up this box, get a look at the figure, get a look at the detail and all the accessories. And then we're also gonna compare him to the previous release of this figure in the Black Series line. Obviously, as many of you know, they've updated the face print technology for this particular figure. So we're gonna compare that to its predecessor, the previous figure, and see how closely it matches the actor who plays Jango Fett. All right, you guys, so we have our figure out of the box. Really cool looking figure. I did have a little issue with the left ankle. I'm not sure if the foot was on backwards or if the ankle joint was just stiff, but it wasn't moving at first. I had to kind of pop the foot off and pop it back on. I got it to fit perfectly and look right. So I'm not sure if that was a QC issue or if the joint was just stiff and just was awkward coming out of the box, but got it fixed, looks good. So let's go ahead and get into the rest of this review. So getting you guys a closer look at our Jango Fett figure, looks absolutely awesome. It's been a while since I've taken a look at my original Jango Fett in the regular black box. So I'm not quite sure how accurate he is to the previous release, but we will get a look at that figure in just a moment. But getting a look at this version of the character, looks absolutely awesome. Lovely detail. I'm not sure, I think the one thing I'm noticing here is that the jumpsuit underneath the armor is purple for this version of the character. And if I'm not mistaken, again, I'm gonna pull out my original, but I think the original is a blue versus this purple. But again, I have not played the game, so perhaps in the game, his jumpsuit is more of a purplish color versus the blue that I'm actually thinking of here. So I'm not quite sure. We will see in just a moment. I love the detail with the jetpack. Very awesome. My thrusters kind of came out a little bent, unfortunately, but that's easily fixed. Very, very cool stuff here. I love the armor, the belt, and your shoes there. Absolutely awesome. And then he has his holsters to hold his pistols, and then his arm guards, which hold his additional weapons. So very cool stuff. So getting into articulation, your Jango Fett is going to give you a straight arm like so. You get an elbow bend that goes only about that far, unfortunately, and I think it's due to armor here. But you do get the 360 going all the way around if you desire that. Your Jango Fett is going to give you an excellent T-pose. Your twist is going to be at the elbow. You have a twist at the elbow. There's obviously a twist at the wrist as well. So you do have a joint in the wrist, but it's just a slight nudge. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's a slight nudge back and forth. And then the same with this wrist, just a slight nudge back and forth in the wrist. Your Jango Fett is going to kick out about that far. It's going to give you a knee high that's about that high. Your Jango Fett is going to go back about that far. Your kick to the side is going to be about that far out. Jango Fett is going to give you a wide stance that's about that far. Your twist is in the thigh. In the ankle, it's going to go down about that far. And it really doesn't go up too far because the lip of the shoe hits the shin guard right there. So that's as good as you're going to get going up. The torso, he's going to go down about that far, back only about that far, and you have a nice range in the torso. And of course, your left to right as well. And then in the head area, he's going to go down that far. You're going to look up about that far. And then of course, you do have your left to right articulation in the head, as well as a little bit of the head nod. So very, very cool articulation with your Jango Fett Gaming Greats figure. Getting you a better look at the accessories, you have your jetpack here. Again, my thrusters kind of came out a little warped, but I'll kind of work on that to get those straightened out. There is no articulation with the thrusters. You can't angle them to certain positions. They're actually just molded to the jetpack itself, but very, very nice detail. And then of course you have the peg that goes into the back of the figure to help it fit nice and snug on the back of your Jango Fett figure. Your Jango Fett does come equipped with 2 side pistols as well. Very nice, very cool stuff. Just a metallic silver also with a off gray as well for your handle. So very, very cool stuff there. And then of course we have Jango Fett's helmet, which is absolutely awesome. So very, very cool. You have your 2 different shades of blue with the silver. The antenna, unfortunately, is not articulated. It is molded to the helmet. But very, very cool stuff. All right, you guys, so we have both of our figures here together. This one being the original Black Series release of Jango Fett, and then this is your Gaming Greats version of that figure, which is actually the Bounty Hunters video game version of that figure. And you'll see the differences between the two. So let's pull these guys a little bit closer. So getting you a better look at both figures. Now the original face print wasn't a bad face print, actually. but you can definitely see the difference with the photoreal version. Just looks really cool, more realistic, not so much like a toy. So that's really, really awesome. And then again, in regards to the jumpsuit that's underneath the armor, your Gaming Greats has more of a purplish color, or more of a purplish color, where your regular release Black Series figure is more closer to like a blue color. So some differences there. And then you look at the forearm armor and the weapon there, the whistling birds, as they are called. But everything else seems to be about the same with your figures. Just a couple of different color variations. And then of course the face sculpt as well. And even the sculpt of the hair obviously is a bit different as well. And then of course the major difference between these two is going to be your jetpack, where you have a more of a Boba Fettish rocket launcher on your jetpack for your Gaming Greats, and then your standard Black Series version has more of a subdued look to the jetpack. And then obviously the color as well is different on your prospective jetpack. So very, very cool stuff there. And then getting you a look at the Gaming Greats Jango Fett with your Mandalorian, Boba Fett, and the regular release of the Jango Fett figure. All four figures here together. Very, very cool, very, very awesome looking stuff, guys. So now we're going to get our Gaming Greats Jango Fett in a diorama setting, going with the fight on Kamino with Obi-Wan Kenobi. Let's get started. All right, you guys. So there you have your Black Series Gaming Greats Jango Fett figure. Absolutely awesome figure. Very cool to get the video game version of this particular figure. I really enjoy the photo real face technology print that they're doing on these figures. Even though the gloss is a little bit shiny, I believe they do have some stuff where you can kind of knock that shine down to take it off if that's something that you do not desire to have on the face sculpt. But it is an absolutely cool figure. Even though it is a bit of a repack, it's always kind of nice to get an updated face print on a particular character, and specifically one that does have some different color variations to it as well. So absolutely awesome figure. Really enjoyed this figure, guys. Let me know what your thoughts are in regards to the Jango Fett Gaming Greats Black Series figure, guys. Did you pick it up, or did you pass on this figure thinking that it was just a simple repack with not very many differences? Let me know and put those comments down below. Please like and subscribe. And of course, guys, from the Father to the Son to the Obi-Wan Force Ghost, may the Force be with you always.